I'm grateful for the network, grateful to the networks for broadcasting, and to folks in the media who have worked day in and day out in order to get the word out. I think it's been a key to a component of our success in that people are informed, engaged, and by and large following the rules. Frequently people are asking me from other states, why is Rhode Island doing so well? And I think a lot of it is this, information. So to those of you who make the time to tune in, thank you. To the members of the press and the networks who dedicate the resources to this, I want to thank you too. Staying informed, following the rules, keeping yourselves up to date is a key piece of the puzzle in the public health response. We know that education leads to better health. That's true always. Now more than ever, being well-informed and educated can lead to better health outcomes. If you can't tune in, I realize people are very busy, I would ask you to think about signing up for the daily emails. You can sign up for those emails at my website, governor.ri.gov. We'll send you information every day, and on Saturday, a week's roundup. A lot of folks say to me that they're worried, they worry. You can leave the worrying to us. Get the emails, tune in at 1 o'clock, get the information you need, and then just follow the rules, and that's the best thing that you can do, and hopefully it makes you less worried and less anxious. We're going to be back. I'm going to take off this Friday and Monday from these press conferences on account of the holiday. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back next Wednesday and Friday at 1 o'clock here. So today, and then again next Wednesday and Friday. But if you signed up for the emails, you would get them every day. Okay, so today we'll begin as we always do. I'd ask you to please put the data up on the screen. As you can see, it's another good news story, thankfully. We are continuing to trend in the right direction, and the facts are before you. We have another 27 cases to report today, so 27 cases. And very sadly, another 6 deaths. Every day we continue to lose people to this virus. And so I'd ask everyone in Rhode Island, this is why we need to follow the rules, because you following the rules will save someone's life. Okay, today I want to hit on 3 topics. The first, and maybe most important, is 4th of July. It's a big weekend, it's an important weekend, it's a special weekend to celebrate the birth of our nation and our freedom, but I'm worried. I'm being very honest with you, I am worried. I am worried because I see the experiences of other states. Texas attributes a good portion of the increase in their cases to large gatherings on Memorial Day. Arizona attributes some of their outbreaks to the fact that they had large protests and people were not wearing masks. Let's not make that our story. Have a good time this weekend. See your family, go to the beach, have a barbecue, go watch the fireworks, enjoy the weekend. But follow the rules. Wear your mask if you're going to be in a crowd or near people, even if it's outside. Don't go out if you're sick. Avoid crowds. If you're going to go to the beach and you're going to go to use the restroom or the pavilion or buy food, please wear your mask. If you're going to go out for dinner or be in a restaurant, wear your mask. Don't go if you're feeling sick. If you are feeling sick, go get tested. Call your doctor, get tested. I know we can have a great 4th of July holiday, we can have a lot of fun, and we can do it safely. But remember, we're in phase 3. Social gatherings are limited to 25 people. If you're going to have a barbecue, you're going to have a cookout, great, 25 people max. Wash your hands, try to be socially distanced. Really go out of your way this weekend to follow the rules. Have fun, go out, but please go out of your way to follow the rules. We don't want to be like one of these other states that's back in trouble. If we do our job this weekend, then 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, we won't see a spike. But if 2, 3, 4 weeks from now we see a spike, well, it's because everyone this weekend threw caution to the wind and crammed into restaurants, crammed into bars, congregated in places that they weren't supposed to without their mask on. So please, just remember, people are dying every single day in Rhode Island because of coronavirus. Every day, Rhode Islanders are dying because of this virus. So have a good time this weekend, but follow the rules. I'm going to go through a few more specifics. Last weekend, the Department of Business Regulation inspected a few hundred businesses. Last weekend, they focused primarily on ice cream shops, restaurants, and cosmetology businesses. Good news and bad news. By and large, most businesses were doing the right thing, which was excellent. The other good news is they reported more than 90% compliance with mask wearing by both customers and employees. So when they were out in the restaurants and out in these other places, people were wearing their masks mostly, over 90%. That's good. We could do better, but that's really good. That's the good news. The not so good news. Still issues with congregating at parks and beaches, particularly at concession stands where people are in line and not wearing masks. This is going to be a big beach weekend. Please wear your mask if you're in line, if you're going to the restroom. And then the other problem we're having is at bars and bar settings. So on Friday, we did a big inspection of bars, and unfortunately, in 18% of the inspections, we found that there was not adequate social distancing. We got to do better than that. Otherwise, I'll have to do what they've done in Los Angeles and Texas and shut the bars, which I really do not want to do. I really don't want to do it, but I'll have to do it. You know, the bars were open in Texas, now they're closed. Were open in other places, now they're closed. Here's the way to think about it. A bar is essentially, to be open as a bar, you have to essentially be operating as a restaurant, not as a bar. We cannot have congregating around a bar, period. And we saw too much of it. 18% noncompliance, way too much. If we continue to see that, we're going to close the bars. It's really that simple. If you, the bar can be open if there's no bartender and it's set up as table service for food. Some restaurants are doing that, and it's a smart thing to do. It gives them, more places that they can serve food and drinks. If you are going to be serving drinks, you have to have plexiglass. You have to make sure you don't have bunching up at the bar. Others have taken the chairs or bar stools away. But you have to make provision so that the bar doesn't operate as a bar. There can be no sidling up to the bar and congregating around the bar and ordering a drink. And if the bar is open, you need plexiglass. You must make provision for there to be adequate social distancing. And mask wearing. Mask wearing, social distancing. You can serve drinks, of course. I know that's critical. We want every restaurant to be open. We want every restaurant to be making money. That is my goal. We want you to be making money. But I can't have nearly 20% of the bars in the state allowing people bunching up and congregating. We know from the experience of other places this will get us into trouble, so I'm asking you to try harder, and we're going to start cranking up our enforcement. We're going to start when we see you, if we come back again and we still see congregating, we're going to start getting a little more aggressive with fining and compliance orders, because frankly it's just not fair to the restaurants and bars that are following the rules. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say about the holiday weekend is I'm sure many municipalities are going to have fireworks displays or other 4th of July events. And that's great. That's great. It's 4th of July. We should celebrate. We should get out of the house. We support that. Having said that, it has to be safe. So this week, my office has been in touch with pretty much every town, offering to help them make their plans to make sure they are properly socially distanced. I do want to thank the people in Bristol in particular. I have to salute you because you're going to have a parade of sorts, which is so vital. It's so much of a part of our state's history. But I also know it's disappointing. It's disappointing. I look forward to walking in the big parade every year. A lot of people do. And we can't have that this year. So thank you for understanding. And thank you for being so proactive in your approach. You have an excellent plan in place to make sure that people can to mark 4th of July, but do it safely. Remember, all congregations, even outside, even for fireworks, cannot be greater than 250 people. And if you're going to be closer than 6 feet to somebody for more than 10 minutes, you must wear your mask. You either have to be 6, 7 feet apart or have your mask on, even outside. Also, in order to help cities and towns, the state is making a special one-time distribution of 1,000 masks to every city and town so that they can hand out masks at gatherings this weekend. We found with the protests, when we handed out masks, it really helped. So I'm asking every city and town that's planning events over the weekend, please pass masks out. And we're going to give you 1,000 to help you out to make it easier for the weekend. Also, DEM is going to be distributing masks this weekend at parks and beaches. We're going to ask beachgoers and park goers to put a mask on if they don't have it, if they're in line or next to people for a long period of time. I know this is a drag. Nobody wants to wear a mask at the beach when they go get a cone of ice cream. I know it's hot, but I also know this. The beaches are closed in Florida, in much of Florida this weekend, and they're open in Rhode Island, and I want to keep them open. So let's follow the rules so we can keep our beaches open and keep our restaurants open and our bars open and keep people out of the hospital. As I said from the beginning, we don't have a lot of good choices. These aren't great choices. It is what it is. So someone asked me the other day, Governor, is it off the table that you would close beaches? No, that's not off the table. But man, I really don't want to do it. I don't want to be Miami. I don't want to be Fort Lauderdale. Cases are spiking and the beaches are closed. So to make it easier for you, we're going to be out and about this weekend in municipalities, at the beach, at the state parks. If you forgot your mask, we're just going to offer you one and ask you to wear it if you're near people. So let's have a good summer. Let's have a good weekend. Let's show the rest of America how Rhode Island does 4th of July. 4th of July is special in Rhode Island. It always has been. It's going to be this year. Let's celebrate and let's do it safely. So 2-3 weeks from now, the rest of the country is looking at us saying, Rhode Island did it right.